evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to FTW Turbulence. I am your host, Tyler Drummond, and I am bringing you amazing action this week. We have two matches that will see a couple of debuts this week in Bo versus Beast. We also have SNES, who has been targeted by the returning Trent Wilson. In addition to that, we are going to hear from our new FTW Heavyweight Champion, the Young Gunn Steven Faison, who won the title from DB Champion back at FTW Slam. And we are also going to hear from that same DB Champion, now DBGreatness, who's going to have some words for the Platinum Guarantee match that will be happening in 2 weeks at our next Super Show, FTW Promoversary. Now, let's head down to... Hold on. Really? Okay. Interruptions never surprise me. Okay. All right. I will send it to him. Ladies and gentlemen, I am actually going to send it backstage where we have Mr. Wallace, who apparently has something to say. Mr. Wallace, take it away.
Excuse me. Excuse me, Tyler. Pardon my interruption. Because we are entering that time of the year, my favorite season, and just like the team that I root for, boy, do we always have a chance to get right back to the top. Because there's a platinum guaranteed match on the horizon, and your boy, Mr. Wallace, make sure you say to Mr. Is eyeing that thing. But y'all know how I like to get down, and in order to qualify for that, we're going to do an open challenge. So whichever one of you punk ass, sissified ass, wannabe so-called promo artists back in that FTW locker room thinking that you want to be on the Mister's level, step right up. Who got the balls? Who got the cojones? No. Who got the stupidity to come get that ass whooped?
Okay, Mr. Wallace, we see you. You want in that Platinum Guarantee match, so you are throwing out an open challenge for the main event this evening. The question is, who in the back is going to rise up and accept that challenge? We will have to see as we get towards the end of the evening. But now, to start our evening off with a bang, we are going to give you the debuts. We have Bo versus Beast. We head down to the ring for all the action.
Hey, Bo. Beast here. And for everyone that doesn't know, me and Bo, we got a history here. Not just here in FTW. FSB, we have a history everywhere. Him and I, we either hate each other or we're best friends. There's no in between, really. But I got something that he wishes he has right now. I got gold around my waist in multiple leagues, whereas he has nothing, which makes me better than you, Bo. You damn sure already know that, but just in case you didn't, that shows it. You are not up to my level. I am the beast of Prediction Wrestling for a reason. You are just Bo. So, step aside and let the beast reign supreme.
FTW, we have a problem. You see, after much prodding and pleading and cajoling from your management, I finally decided to bring my talents here to the new generation. Now, I came here looking for new opportunities, new horizons. And yet, in my very first match, I'm rehashing the past with an opponent that I have dominated time and time again, both inside the ring and out. This is what I meant in my teaser when I said that I'm not sure if management understands what bringing me here truly means for everyone. Do not pull this shit again. And I want you to see the fire burning in my eyes right now, because I am not joking about this. But anyway, let's get on to the reason I'm here right now, shall we? I am facing the beast, someone that I know incredibly well. You see, the beast has been my protege for quite a long time now. He may not want to see it that way, but that's just the truth of the matter. The beast begged me to join him in BTP. That is how our relationship began. And he got jealous when after 6 months, I had already doubled the number of title opportunities that they had as a group, and I had them in main event storylines. He didn't like that, because he knew that I was the reason that we got them there, and not him. You see, that is the beast's downfall. That is his cardinal sin. That is his Achilles heel. It is his pride and his ego. I am sure that you will hear it dripping out of every word that he says in his promo. How great he thinks he is. How much he thinks he's done. But he's always done that on my coattails. The same with FSB. I'm sure he had something stupid to say about how he's come in to my company and run it better than I ever can. Which is quite interesting, because I am the one who has to every week remind him what it is we do and how it is we do it. I am the one constantly having to check in with him to make sure things are being done correctly, not the other way around. And it's always the same excuse with him every time. It's always, well, I thought, well, I wanted. Never with any thought of how it affects the whole, how it affects the group. This is the same man who ran out on his BTP group after he lost the title match. Because if it isn't about him, it isn't about anybody. Meanwhile, when I was in BTP, I never once had a title match for myself. Yet, We had twice the title opportunities as before I was there. Because I understand when it comes to being a leader, it is not just about me. But I'm not here to be a leader in FTW. I'm all here for myself. I am here to prove once again that I am one of the very best to do this. Inside the ring, outside the ring, on the mic, it does not matter. I am fucking elite. I hope you had that stupid ass mask on, Beast, because that is the only way you are going to be any type of intimidating. Me, I don't need it. All I have to do is turn on a camera and talk. You know, maybe these words will hit home. Maybe you will understand your shortcomings and your flaws, and you will become better for it. That is all I have wanted for you for years now. But it hasn't happened. And maybe it won't. Maybe you'll just go back to doing what you always do, drowning your feelings in Beastwisers until you simply forget the pain that happened. But you won't ever forget this. You will never forget the look in my eyes right now when I tell you I am and will always be better than you.
And your winner is Bo! An amazing showing by these two newbies to the FTW Promo division, which are actually a couple of veterans over on our FTW Prediction side. Bo takes out the Beast with a final score of 171 to 157. I have no doubt, though, we are going to see big things from both of these guys in the future as we continue to progress along here with the FTW new generation. Now, let's head to the back as DBGreatness has a message for the rest of us.
Greatness.
Destiny. It giveth and it taketh away. I am just #DBGreatness, no longer the FTW World Heavyweight Champion. And I have a lot of thoughts. I'm disappointed. And why the hell didn't you just give him a full point? The half point, that's kind of silly. Be better, okay? But I did what I needed to do as champion to save FTW, and now there's a second chance. So now it's time for the methods to change. It's time for me to do things differently here. What will DB do next? What will DB do next? First things first, the Platinum Guarantee. I was the first man to win it, and this time I'll be the second person to win it again. So to all the other competitors, you know what I can do, you know what I've done, and you know what I will do. But this time, don't expect for me to cash it in on no one. It's time for change. And when I'm champion again, and I will be champion again, things will change. Oh, before I go, Vicky. So you wanted to face me while I was champion, huh? Yeah, that would have been good. And I'd like to face you too. I think it would be a great challenge. But I'm going to warn you, Vicky. I'm going to warn you and every other person on this roster. Now you're facing a man with nothing.
Greatness.
That's going to be a tough challenge for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. In an unusual twist, DBGreatness has declared himself for the Platinum Guarantee match in 2 weeks at FTW Promoversary. And if you've forgotten what the Platinum Guarantee is, it is our version of Money in the Bank, meaning the person that holds the Platinum Guarantee can challenge for the FTW Heavyweight Championship anytime, any place. Now, this isn't the way this is supposed to work because we actually have qualifying matches to qualify for the Platinum Guarantee match, but I'm the host. So I'm going to make an exception because if there's one man that can declare himself for the Platinum Guarantee match, it would be the man who won the inaugural Platinum Guarantee match, and that is DBGreatness himself. And then he went on to cash in that guarantee and become DB Champion. Now, can he do it again? That remains to be seen, but this match is setting up to be absolutely fire. Now, this next match we're going to see will actually feature a competitor that's already in the Platinum Guarantee, as SNES won last week and became the first competitor in the Platinum Guarantee. However, a returning superstar has put a target on his back. Trent Wilson is out for business, and he's after SNES. So who comes out on top tonight? Will it be SNES? Will it be the returning Trent Wilson? Let's head down to the ring and find out.
It has been 3 months, Trent, since our last encounter, and I have only in recent weeks been able to purge the memory of falling short. I have since reinvented myself. In your absence, I have ousted your turbulent throne with my gamer chair. Since becoming the prince of your pixel past, I have become the breakout star of FTW and the first to punch his ticket to the Platinum Guarantee match. Now that my career is taking off, you come back in and expect to move in up to the next level. Well, Trent, I have leveled up. You said in our last encounter that you're on level 9 while I was on level 8. Well, I beat in level 8, 9, the bonus levels, the DLC, and the new game plus. You know what? Let's turn off my Wriggle music. Let's put on some more fitting music for this next level of our story. Trent, you're probably under the misconception that I'm the same rookie you fought this summer. You probably think that the only way I can beat you is if I use some sort of cheat code. Listen up. I don't need cheat codes in video games, and I don't need them with you. I am SNES. I can beat you the same way I play games. I look for broken code and glitches. I use the code against the machine. I clip through walls, boss skip, coordinate world. I can even beat The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past in less than 5 minutes by exploiting a glitch that allows me to clip through a wall barrier, that allows me to bypass scan-in and head straight for the Triforce and the ending. Why is this important? I'm not just bragging about my gaming accomplishments. In every way, Trent, I am surpassing you. I'm already a better gamer than you. I've easily become the better talker. I am 4 matches in and already in the Platinum Guarantee match. I'll be main eventing Promo Mania at this rate. Your legacy, your reign as Turbulence King, this will be the legacy of Trent in FTW. So Trent, what are you going to do? Travel into your multiverse? Gather an army of Trents from Universe 616, 1218, 838, 2149, 90210? Seriously, you can gather all your variants, give them a bulletproof vest, a Monster Energy drink, and steel chairs, and I'll still be able to outshine any and all of them. Because all need me in 1, 2, 3. You should have stayed on the injured list a little bit longer, Trent. Because you are not ready.
Game over.
So, here we are. The White Raven. Trenty Drip Drip. The heart and soul of FTW. And most importantly, soon to be once again your Turbulence King is back on FTW television. Turbulence is about to get shaken up, ladies and gentlemen. I was gone for a month, but you can't keep a good Trent down, especially when that Trent is bulletproof. Ain't no scars on this bad boy. Because you see, as much as Bones thought he got rid of me, you can't shoot something that is truly invincible. I've proven time and time again, no matter how tough of a loss I take, I always bounce back. I could say the same about my opponent here today, but unfortunately he bounced back from his first loss against me and immediately decided to put his sights on me again. SNES, look, I know you're a gamer who spends most of his life sheltered in a basement, feeding off of caffeine and video games, but I didn't think you were this stupid, deciding that, hey, you know what? Second time's the charm. I can definitely beat Trent. You're repeating your biggest mistake. Do you not remember when you first entered FTW and you went up against me? You dared to stand toe-to-toe with me? All because why? You tried to avenge that loser and that BWO traitor, Trevor? Oh, don't worry. I think I've exposed him and I've exposed Bones. They came up with a grand scheme to get rid of me, to shoot me, and then tried to make sure I die off screen, but that didn't happen. Bones even said himself that he didn't kill me, it just kept me down for a while, but he didn't expect me to come back so quickly. But coming back quickly, that's not one of your strong suits now, is it, SNES? No. Because after your first match in FTW, it took you months to get booked again. The lack of exposure made people forget about you, SNES. And it's a tragedy, because I look at you, I see the biggest waste of potential in the whole entire world. You have the presentation, you have the skills. Under the right guidance and leadership, you could be something special. But alas, like many before you, you've yet to truly seize opportunity by the balls and truly wear that brass ring. Look at DBGreatness. I faced him a long time ago. I called him someone that should have been the Keith Lee of FTW, but ended up being the Bearcat Lee of FTW. He might have beaten me that day, but that testament stood true until he won the Platinum Guarantee, until he played the smartest move in FTW history by cashing in on a vacant championship. He seized the opportunity. The Vagabond was someone who was forgotten about by management. I thought he was the janitor when I first started working here. And after being forgotten, after I beat him in the Earth 9 deathmatch, after he was constantly left off show after show after show, he finally seized that opportunity by beating Trevor. The young buck Tyler Woodward, a man who I beat at FTW Mania to get my job at Last Man Standing back. The same man who caused so much hell to my life. He was there since day one, practically. He was at House of Horrors, but people forgot about him. He was a joke. And then he started competing for the World Heavyweight Championship. He was on the same level as Mr. Wallace for a while. He was improving day by day. He went from being a joke to someone that someone cared about. He seized the opportunity. Are you noticing a pattern here, SNES? You're the only person that I've faced who is yet to improve. You're the only person in this company who I've gone toe-to-toe against who is yet to seize the opportunity, because there is no hope for you. You don't have potential. You've let it, like sand, just slowly run out of your hands over time. And that potential, that glimmer of hope I saw when I managed to send out an invite to the greater promo multiverse, and you came knocking on the forbidden door. You entered FTW with a glimmer in your eye. I thought maybe this kid could go places. But then, you floundered. You choked. Against me, you lost. Granted, you've gotten a few victories over some B-list superstars in your time, but the fact of the matter remains is that, unfortunately, like the real-life Super Nintendo, you became obsolete. You haven't done anything to keep yourself relevant. Instead, you've let newer models pass you by. Or better yet, people are pining for the classics. And they just don't care about you. So SNES, I want you to think long and hard about that the next time you decide to step in the ring against me. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help make sure that you're ready. Because this is a cutthroat business that we're in. And speaking of cutthroat, Bones, I know tonight wasn't about you, but I highly suggest you answer my challenge. Steel cage match, Promoversary Pandemonium. Still waiting, clock's a-ticking. Time's up, your answer is still nothing, because you're not a man. You're a joke.
And your winner, by the slimmest of margins in an absolute banger of a match, SNES defeats Trent Wilson by a final score of 186.5 to 186. A mere half point separated these two warriors. Now, where does Trent Wilson go from here? Where does SNES go from here? Continue to tune in to Turbulence and our super shows week after week, and you will find out all of those details. Now, I want to go ahead and send it down to our champion, who has a champion address. The Young Gunn Steven Faison won the FTW Heavyweight Championship from DB Champion back at FTW Slam. And the man has something to say. Steven Faison, take it away. I'm sorry, folks, we must be having some technical difficulties. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to the back one more time for Steven Faison, the Young Gun, for his championship celebration and to tell us what's next. Steven, take it away. Why don't we have this video queued up? What do you mean you don't have it? He didn't send anything in? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. And this is the, oh my God, this is what running an eFed, what drives me the most crazy is when shit like this happens. The Young Gun, Steven Faison, has had 2 weeks to send in his championship celebration promo, to talk about his victory over DB Champion, and to tell us what's going to happen next. And what happened? He no-shows us. Your champion no-showed you. So you know what you need? FTW needs a champion that FTW can be proud of. So while the Young Gun was going to get on here and tell you all what's going to happen next, let me be the one to tell you. In 2 weeks at FTW Promoversary, in the main event, for the first time ever, the Young Gun, Steven Faison, is defending that FTW Heavyweight Championship against myself, the Army of One, Tyler Drummond, because this company needs a champion we can be proud of, and I'll be damned if I sit back and let someone like Steven Faison hold the most prestigious title we have and then not even show up to work. FTW needs a champion that we can stand behind, and that champion's going to be me. So for the first time ever, we go one-on-one. Steven Faison, we'll see if you show up. We'll see if you show up to the match. We'll see if you show up next Friday. Next Friday, Talk is Trent, where Trent is going to be talking all about the upcoming Promoversary. We'll see if you show up there and have something to say about your challenger. Oh, until then, let us get to the main event, because we still have a surprise this evening. Earlier in the show, Mr. Wallace interrupted me and demanded an open challenge, with the winner being put into the Platinum Guarantee match that already has DB Greatness and SNES in it. So Lamar threw out the challenge. My question is, has anybody responded? Did we get a response? Okay, I can confirm from the back that we have a challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the ring for Mr. Wallace versus...
Stop me if you heard this before. Young Buck versus Mr. Wallace. Oh wait, you have? Everyone's heard that before, right? Everyone's heard that 3-4 fucking times. Whether it's in a triple threat with DB bullshit. Me and you have faced off quite a few times around here. Even if in the BWO, we faced off once around there. But this anthology of matches is starting to get boring for me. This match type, this matchup is starting to get boring for me, Lamar. I might have answered the challenge because I need the Platinum Guarantee. I need the Platinum Guarantee match for one reason. And that's to prove to you, that's to prove to DB that I deserved my spot in that triple threat. That I deserved to be around the world title. Because DB thought I didn't deserve it. You didn't think I deserved it. You put a brave face on. You put a fake smile on saying, oh yeah, I'm so proud of you, nephew. I'm so proud of you that you're here in the world title. But deep down, your ego hated it. Deep down, you hated the fact that I wanted the world title. And you were holding it. Because you challenged me. Let's go through a little bit of a history lesson. Let's go into the history before we had our hiatus of the Platinum Guarantee and the world title. The world title was held by Lamar because he beat Hollywood Haywood at FTW Mania. Well, I said the forbidden word now. Oh well. So, get to that and you challenge me. You challenge me for a one-off match and then it all turns into a turbulence. It all turns into this and this. And I lost. I then go to a triple threat, #1 contendership against Kenzo Blackheart and the King of Dadstar, and I win that narrowly. I narrowly win that match. So we get to that and it's a draw, and management makes a stupid decision to vacate my title. You might have physically held the title, Lamar, but that was my title. Then we get to Championship Showcase in HSP and you beat me. Then we get to the triple threat and I get the upper hand by smashing you over the head with a fucking stick. And then I lost to DB because I went over by a couple of minutes. I thought that my promo was great. I thought, yeah, I don't need to cut anything down. And I lost. I lost to a fucking car promo from a mediocre champion. And then now we're here, Lamar. We're here for the spot of the Platinum Guarantee because you issued an open challenge. I'm here to prove something. I'm here to prove something to you, to FTW, to DB bullshit, that you underestimated me. DB Greatness underestimated me. Because everyone does at the minute. Everyone seems to underestimate the Young Buck. But Lamar, you watched me grow. You've watched me grow from the mumbling idiot that wore the cap, that spun around his fucking button to start and turn on his camera, to being this promo artist I am today, to being one of the greatest British promo artists in the world today inside of FTW. And I know it's a very short list, Lamar, but I'm at the top of that list. I am the top of the best British promo artists in the world today. So Lamar, thank you for this open challenge. Thank you for giving me a chance to prove to the world that I should be FTW champion right now. Thank you for this open challenge. Because, Lamar, this is the last taste of gold you're ever going to get. Because we all know you're falling apart.
You again. You of all people. Young buck, nephew. We doing this again. Huh? Alright. See, the problem is, nephew, you didn't show gratitude. You didn't show gratitude that after all that time, all that bitching and moaning and crying and complaining, that you always saying that uncle wasn't never there for me. Where were you, Unc? No. Time for you to take accountability, nephew. Why did you choose the path that you chose? See, you could have been in high demand, like Unc. You could have been at the top, part of the hottest, most decorated faction that ever did it. Been a trailblazer. You could have been part of that. You chose the Hollywood route. Stop blaming me on why you just now getting to where I've been. Cause you could have been on the ride with the Young Gun. You could have been on the ride with the Mad King. You could have been on the ride with the Vagabond. Cause everybody knows that it was me, the lifeblood, the heart and soul of everything Air Reality that has changed this damn promo game, and you chose the wrong route. Stop blaming me. And so I give you this final lesson because it was you that cost me my championship off that motherfucking platinum guarantee to begin with. You couldn't just bow out gracefully. You couldn't just be thankful. Say thank you, Unc. In the short amount of time as you, as the champ of FTW, has put me on a bigger platform than anybody else ever have, including my damn self. You couldn't just do that, nephew. It's always been your fault. Stop the whining and acting like a little hoe. Man up. You claim to be in high demand. I still see a high 65 little bitch ass boy.
Wow, what a match that was. It was the Young Buck. The Young Buck stepped up and took Mr. Wallace's open challenge, reigniting their feud from earlier this year, and by a slim margin, a victory of 185 to 181.5. The Young Buck has successfully defeated Mr. Wallace and has inserted himself into the Platinum Guarantee match happening in 2 weeks at Promoversary. My Lord, ladies and gentlemen, what an episode we have had this evening. Make sure that you are following us on YouTube. You do not want to miss any of this content. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel, like our videos, hit that notification bell so you know when our content goes live. And you are missing out a lot if you do not follow us on the FTW New Generation Facebook page or the FTW Predictions Facebook page, because a lot of the drama between the shows goes down on those pages and you do not want to miss it. For myself, Tyler Drummond, host of FTW. We will see you next week. I won't be here. Trent Wilson will be here in my place as he hosts Talk is Trent in the lead up to Promoversary. But I will be back in 2 weeks to take that title from Steven Faison. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic week.